All right, babe. I know that you're getting ready to do the Tratty Baddies podcast.
I am.
I wanna do something. I know that you haven't seen a video. I'm gonna show it to you after I have this conversation with you. Okay. If we were in a public situation and somebody called you a whore and I gave them the opportunity, didn't chin check them, and was just like, that's the last time you will ever do that, and they do it again, is it acceptable for me to knock them the fuck out?
Yes.
What if it is at a family event?
Why are they acting up?
Is it still acceptable? They've been warned, been knocked out. What if it was a brother?
My brother?
Yep.
I would expect you to do that.
And what about a father?
Yeah.
And
why is my father speaking to me this way?
Right. Why is that? Why is that acceptable behavior?
Right. Yeah, no, I would 100% expect you to defend me as your wife. I don't care who it is.
Do you believe that in terms of a marriage that you create the family and the family that is biological, the blood relatives are secondary at that point?
Extended.
Okay. I want you to watch this.
Y'all, my husband knocked out my brother for calling me a whore, and now my parents want me to choose, and I'm not sure what the right decision is. So this past weekend, my husband and I went to my parents' house for a barbecue, and everything was going good until my brother decided that he wanted to have a go at me. He was calling me names and belittling me, and then my husband pulled my brother aside and said, "You need to stop with insults right now." An hour or so later, we were standing around talking to all of our friends, and then my brother approached me and, I quote, just said, "You're a whore."
So now that you have the context of the video that made me ask you these questions, the family is making her choose between her boyfriend or husband or whatever she said he was and her family. How does that land on you?
That lands on me like you're missing me with that bullshit. That's not landing on me, period.
So in the event that happened and I did not defend you, what does that look like when we get home? Thought my TikTok was glitching, so I have to ask the question again. What does that look like when we get home if I don't defend you?
Why didn't you? And then we're going to have a very in-depth discussion of our values and morals and expectations out of our marriage, because that's not what that's not what I expected from my husband if he does not defend me.
Okay, and in that situation, because she made it sound like brother came over and just tried to test the water an hour after it was said, even though you think that it was just, I think that he was just testing the water to see if dude actually had the gumption to stand up for his wife or woman. If that was one of those situations where he just wanted to see and I still blasted him in the face, is that acceptable behavior?
Better you than me.
Why is that?
Because I take it personal. That's a personal thing. We've grown up together. That disrespect is loud. There's no emotional tie there for you besides me being your wife. There would be a lot of built up, I'm gonna mess this dude up.
Yeah. Okay. My take on this is real simple. When somebody decides that they're going to spend the rest of their life with somebody, it is your duty to make sure that that person is safe. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, especially if you're a man, your duty is to lead your house. That instance where he made that comment and her boyfriend stepped up, her husband stepped up and said something, that was the warning. You get one of those. That should be it. There's no, well, you kind of overstepped and him and Han and that's your brother and we're at a family event and da-da-da-da-da. Once you've laid that line in the sand and somebody oversteps it and you do nothing, you have now set a standard of the way things are going to go in the relationships with these people moving forward. I would have blasted dude too. And if I lost my woman over it, then that just goes to show that the priority of the relationship looked very different from my standpoint to hers. And this is why we have the relationship we do.